Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Qudash. The one to the apostle nails a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that preach the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. Alright, y'all, let's go into the Los Angeles. Right now I'm on Wish TV, which is Los Angeles braces for more protesters. After a dozen arrests. I think about 40, some they say about 40, 44 arrests, but we know it more than that. Now, one thing about Los Angeles now, they got more, you can best believe they have more immigrants than the so-called white people. Yes. That place is flooded, just like Texas is. Them two places it sits on both the ends of the border, and they have more illegals than anybody. The state of California and the state of Texas. Nobody got more illegal immigrants than them, man. Millions of them. And you can't now one thing about them I'm just calling what they is. I know they Issachar, I know they our people, but I'm just explaining in lame terms that the world knows and the world understand concerning the nationality of a certain people. So, but they're the northern kingdom of the children of Israel. They are God chosen people. Now they've been watching us for what? For decades now, and getting our ass. I'm talking about the so-called black people, which is mainly the so-called black man, get punished and gunned down in the streets. But one thing about these Spanish people here, they are more tight-knit than a so-called black people. You start gunning them down, they're going to start shooting too. They're not going to win, but they're going to shoot too. You start taking their lives, they're going to take some lives too. Because that is LA now. They got guns out there now. They ain't got more guns than these rednecks down here in the South down here. This is why they making it last down here, y'all, before they come down here. Because up that way, they got weapons, but they don't have them like these jokers down here in the South, boy. You can believe that. Anyway, let's go a couple videos, because this is definitely civil unrest, and this is your beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. You can believe that. You know, the scriptures speak about the innocent and the righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah, we've been complaining, and the prophet been complaining and been warning you all that these times was going to come. You know, that C-19 was a small portion of what's about to come. You're about to really see it. This what you see here, it's going to escalate. It's going to escalate into, you know. Now, when you see the military, now they've been talking about Trump, then confirmed that U.S. military confirmed 700 Marines deployed to Los Angeles. They ain't there yet, but when they get there, if they get there, 2,000 soldiers or whatever branch they're in, military on the streets. Now, when they get there, then that's when you're gonna see some real action. Because one thing about those military jokers, they play on a whole nother level than these cops up here. So let's get into a few videos, then I'm going to the lesson.
Hundreds have taken to the streets to protest recent immigration raids across the city. The demonstrations erupted over the weekend after at least 44 people were arrested by federal immigration agents. and continued Sunday, resulting in clashes between police and protesters. Now the Pentagon expected to formally deploy about 700 Marines to Los Angeles in the coming hours to help hundreds of National Guard members respond to those protests.
And meanwhile, California's governor is threatening to sue Trump's administration. Michael Yoshida is in Los Angeles now with the latest.
Protests rocked the Los Angeles area over the weekend in response to the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Dozens of people have been arrested as law enforcement says the protests have turned violent. Vehicles were set on fire, and law enforcement used flashbangs and tear gas to break up the crowds.
Last night was probably one of the most volatile nights that we had in the city of Los Angeles.
President Donald Trump deployed hundreds of National Guard troops, which he said was to protect federal personnel and property, despite no calls for them from California Governor Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
What was the reason that the president had to take the power from the governor and federalize the National Guard?
Newsom is now threatening to sue the Trump administration over the move. Authorities have declared all of downtown Los Angeles an unlawful assembly area.
See, they're looking for a reason, man. You got to give a legitimate reason for deploying the military in the streets, right? Now these some fools here, man. How you gonna be in America and you flying on somebody else's flag of another country, but you want to be over here in America? That don't make no sense, man. Just make this shit make sense, man. Y'all should be. Hey, man, but take this out. This is all part of what we've been telling y'all that was going to take place over here in America. And it's not going to stop. It's going to escalate. And just when you all think it quiet down, that's when it's going to what? That's when it's going to break out like no other. Here we go.
President Trump addressing the unrest from outside the White House.
The people that are causing the problem are professional agitators, they're insurrectionists, they're bad people, they should be in jail.
The National Guard is staging in at least 3 locations across L.A., including the Metropolitan Detention Center, where Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters was denied entry Sunday.
I need to get in. They said, we're not letting anybody in and slam the door.
Now, she's a congresswoman now. Huh? They slammed the door in her face, y'all. She thought she was going to just walk up in them people's building. She said she needs to get up in there. Let's see that again. Let's ride it back a little bit. She thought she going to have free entry and go in there because she thought she had some... man, I keep telling y'all, man, y'all Negroes, man, y'all don't have no special authority in this devil's kingdom, man. And you're going to find out, you know, just like they... okay. Now, the Northern Kingdom, they going at them Hispanics now. From the Northern Kingdom, Issachar, right? They going with the majority of them. They going at them. It won't be long. I mean, if you want to be technical with it, they actually already hitting Judah, which is Judah. You Jake women, you so-called black women. He take. Look what he taking from you. The Section 8. Your food stamps and you know, you getting yours. Just like they getting theirs, but guess what? That violence is gonna come your way real soon. Real soon. You're not gonna escape because you're a God chosen. We all are God chosen people, the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel. So we all gonna catch hell. And it's gonna escalate even worse and worse as the days go, man, as the months go by. Hopefully not years. Just going to take this place out so we can what? Get the hell up out of here.
3 locations across L.A., including the Metropolitan Detention Center, where Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters was denied entry Sunday.
I need to get in. They said, we're not letting anybody in and slam the door. And so I didn't have an opportunity to talk with anybody.
You ain't special? Who are you? You ain't special? Let's click on another one here. This was this was an hour. I got an hour ago. I don't know when it was, but it was an hour ago. They put it on the news. So let's click down here to let's see something here. Let's see. 1 second. Let me click on this here. 1 second, y'all. It says how one rumor set Los Angeles on fire as Trump deploys troops. They keep saying Trump going to deploy troops. Let me read these comments down here. Some country was lecturing India in CCA, I think. I don't know what you're talking about. A few months back, I saw a poll on X where you have to choose who. I'll read all that mess. Why are these people protesting? Let's trade. Modi should go to ceasefire deal to Trump and protesters. They ain't telling me nothing. Land of the free. Land of the free. Yeah, okay. Keep thinking land of the free. You see, land of the free. Being a citizen of this planet, I'm very much concerned about the human rights and the freedom of speech in the U.S. Man, y'all ain't you get ready to find out. You get ready to find out. Revelation 12:12. Them devil get ready to come down upon you, boy, because they know they got a short time before what? Before Yahweh Shem Yahushua crack that skull with his son with them chariots. And in the process, them ICBM missiles coming over here and blowing this place to smithereens. Karma gets reaction later or soon. Imagine being so bold to be waving the Mexican flag. Exactly, man. All while fighting to stay in the U.S. That don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. But, these are the time we in, one thing about the people, when they get over here in America, man, everybody get docile and dumbed down when they get over here. When people living outside of this place, man, they can see the overall the lies of this place. But once they get here, it's like this place just throw them in a trance, and they don't know what the hell going on. They believe every time the white man come out and make a statement and saying this, that, and this, that, y'all just go for the same lies year after year after year after year after year. And still falling for it. Still falling for this Democrat and Republic BS. Ringo said, as an Indian, we are worried about condition of U.S. I know you is. Versus human rights and democracy. I know you is, because y'all do a lot of them jokers do a lot of stealing, man. Them be the ones that be on them phone, be calling your phone all the time and taking them old people down through there with that money. Stealing their money and all the tricks of the trade, them fake phone call, that's them Indian people, man. Them damn dots on their head. Straight thieves. Do I have right in India? If I came there legally, please worry more about what? Toilets. I don't know. They got some backfire going at one another. Trade with them. When two people are fighting and you jump in the middle of it and it had nothing to do with you, you're likely to be viewed as a combatant to the other two. When you take sides, you sure will be by at least one side. One thing about these Negroes, right? These so-called black women and black men, they have learned their lesson messing with Esau, even the so-called white man. They have learned their lesson. Well, you see how gentle they are being with these folks. If there had been Negroes, it'd been some bodies out there by now. It'd been some bodies out there. Let's listen to this video. The name of this video is how one rumor set as Los Angeles on fire as Trump deploys troops. PJ Trump say? They spit, too. We hit.
Los Angeles is on fire again, but this time it's not wildfires, it's
I didn't know it was her show, man. I didn't even know it was her show. But let's hear her out. She usually has some pretty good news on here.
riots. And what lit the spark was a whisper, the rumor of an anti-immigration raid. By nightfall, that whisper turned into a war cry and the streets of LA exploded. Cars were torched, freeways were blocked, journalists were hit by bullets. The National Guard was on the streets. On one side is a Republican president who wants to crush the unrest. On the other is a Democratic governor who refuses to back down. It looked like a scene from a movie from the land of Hollywood. But this time there were no cameras, there was only chaos. The riots have gone on for 3 days. Today is day 4. It's much quieter today, although there are small sporadic protests. 60 people have been arrested and there's still tension in the air.
As far as people worried about the violence that we're seeing, this violence that I've seen is disgusting. It's escalated now since the beginning of this incident. What we saw the first night was bad. What we've seen subsequent to that is getting increasingly worse and more violent.
So how did all of this begin? Why did Los Angeles turn into a flashpoint? And what exactly is Donald Trump trying to do here? Let's go back to Friday. It all started in Paramount. It's a working-class suburb in LA. It is home to tens of thousands of Hispanic families. In fact, they make up 82% of the population here. 82%. And for a lot of these people, they're immigrants.
82% of Los Angeles population over there, y'all. 82% of the population now. 82%. If they giving you that high of 82, you best believe it's more than that. You know, y'all be thinking the so-called white people are in mass numbers, man. They are the smallest group of people on the planet, man. When it comes to when you start separating the nationality of the people, the so-called white man, they're the least ones, man, for the last few centuries, man. They haven't been having no children like that, man. Oh my goodness, man. But hey, that's another story for another day.
Immigration status is a point of concern. On Friday, a rumor started spreading. It said that there were ICE vehicles in the neighborhood. What is ICE? ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. It's the American agency that monitors immigration. The rumor was that this agency was conducting a raid, an immigration raid at a Home Depot nearby. It's where undocumented workers go. A lot of them pick up shifts at this depot. They heard that immigration officials were raiding the place, and this sent shockwaves through the community. By sundown, the rumor ignited something far bigger. It sparked protests. Authorities say there were no raids, but that did not stop the people. They descended on the streets. Take a look at this.
It was raided because some people got taken. A lot of them got scooped up. They was in front of the that detention center down there where they holding them at. And you see the young lady. I think she was on my 2 nights ago. She was talking about that her father got locked up. Her parents and her father got locked up. Yeah, man. Who gonna build these buildings now, man? You know, they are taking these guys off of these sites that building these laws structures. Who gonna build them now? The so-called white man ain't finna do it, and damn sure Jake Lay's ass ain't finna do it. So who gonna build those buildings? Come on, man. This shit him. Hey, Trump doing a beautiful job, man. Get Trump a hand, y'all. Let's get Trump a hand. I know a lot of y'all don't want to give Trump a hand, but we giving Trump a hand because Trump is doing the job of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, y'all. That's right. They're destroying their kingdom. Queendom, should I say.
Over the weekend, it got worse. The riots spread on Friday and Saturday. There were reports in many parts. There were protests, rather, in many parts. The main Los Angeles city, the suburbs of Paramount and Compton. Until then, most of these protests were peaceful. A gas station was vandalized. A few cars were damaged, but beyond this, there was nothing major. Now, Los Angeles is located...
All right, baby, I don't want to hear no more of them things you got going on. Let's go over here. Let me click on one more over here, and let's go to Fox, y'all. What the hell? You know, lies are always being told a little way. You never know what's the truth when it's true. Let's go to Fox. I know you'll give me a commercial, so let me block this out. So bear with me.
Fox News alert yesterday marking the third straight day of riots in California as protesters pushed back against the Trump administration's illegal immigration crackdown.
Todd Pyro joins us now with the latest. Todd. Absolute chaos in Los Angeles this weekend as anti-ICE rioters took to the streets in protests of federal immigration raids. Watch. For 3 straight days, we have seen protesters, most of whom were wearing masks to hide their faces, clash with police, throwing just about anything from cinder blocks to hammers at law enforcement in response to ICE arrests throughout the city. It all started...
Hey man, they got probably about a few dozen of these people getting paid very well, real good, and gathering people together to do these riots and stuff like that. You know, some of these people get paid real good. But, you know, sooner or later, the ones that are getting paid, they're going to be what? They're going to be in a pickle as well. What I mean by that? Meaning that little money they're giving them is not going to last. It's not going to last. Right? So all this stuff is very strategically planned. And they're going to continue to be planned just as the so-called white man, which is the wicked elite, the upper echelon of what? Which is the chief house of Esau Edom. The chief house, which is Amalek, them small hatters, they are the ones that are orchestrating this whole thing. Just like they orchestrated the C-19. They're going to orchestrate this stuff and they're going to escalate and they're going to bust wide open. Then you're going to see military everywhere. Let's hear a little more, and I'm going to go into the precepts.
Friday night when agents captured what they are calling the worst of the worst. Some of the migrants arrested have been convicted of crimes ranging from assault to drug offenses. One arrest includes a gang member convicted of murder after shooting up a high school graduation party, killing 2 teens and injuring 7 others. By Sunday morning, hundreds of National Guard members were on duty in downtown LA at the request of President Trump, who says he will do whatever he can to bring peace back to the city.
What is the bar for sending Marines?
What I think it is, I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order.
I perceive your read on the feeble, sir. Secretary...
We got to see what we need. We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
Meantime, California Governor Gavin Newsom formally requesting the administration rescind their, quote, unlawful deployment of troops to L.A., going as far as to say, quote, creating mass chaos and militarizing cities are acts of a dictator, not a president. Police arresting at least 27 people on Sunday. They have declared all of downtown L.A. a, quote, unlawful assembly area, meaning anyone who enters that area could be arrested as well. Back over to you.
Unbelievable what's taking place. Thanks so much, Todd. You know, what's kind of amazing is you really have the story in one country, 2 different philosophies when it comes to legal immigration. You got a mayor and a governor elected, rightfully, and who said illegal immigrants are just like anybody else. And we're a sanctuary state, we're a sanctuary city. You have all the rights, and we'll go out of our way to make sure you're not arrested. We got a president that got elected because he's going to enforce the border and get rid of illegal immigrant criminals first and the rest along the way. There are 660,000 illegal immigrant criminals. We're going to show you a roster shortly of some of the people that were arrested and scooped up. But ICE, in the eyes of these perhaps illegal immigrant rioters, are the problem, not the solution.
It sparked a war of words between Gavin Newsom and President Trump over the weekend. Gavin Newsom does not want these 2,000 National Guard troops sent in that the president sent in over the weekend. But yes, as Brian was saying, when you look at some of these criminals that were scooped up, these are people who are here illegally. Here are some of their charges: burglary, sexual assault, sexual battery, receiving stolen property and theft, cocaine distribution, conspiracy, controlled substances, assault with a deadly weapon, obstructing officers, assault with deadly weapon with great bodily injury, firearm discharge, spousal battery, child cruelty, DUI, semi-automatic firearm assault, second-degree murder, grand theft, larceny, and possession of a weapon, narcotics distribution, and domestic violence.
So you got people that are violent criminals that are in California, in Los Angeles, and the Trump administration is doing the promise that they got elected on, which is getting the criminals out of our country. Mm-hmm. So you got the federal agents that are on the ground, and then a mob attacks them. They get on the radio to talk to the Los Angeles Police Department.
All right, man, I had enough of this BS. Hey, this is what they do, y'all. This is what they do. I'm seeing I get me a good little image here. They want to put on the end damn way. These people are always making up. You know what? I always put up make my video for not child for children to watch. How about they always hit me anyway and put a restriction on my video for me. For children, when I do it anyway. See, I just let you know them people do what the hell they want to do. They do what the hell they want to do. They go a live one right here. Let me see. Is it actually live before I go to the lesson? Let's see this crap here. Somebody live. Named Jeremy Reed. How's all that going on then? People just walking around. That place empty here. That place used to be full. That New York used to be full like that. It's empty as hell too. They tearing these cities down, boy.
I'll be around for all of your hospital at once. What's your name?
You want like?
Alright, guys just walking, y'all. So let me just go to let's skip back here and go back to this little thing here. 1 second, y'all. Cause all this stuff, let it do what it do. Just bear with me until I find one I just had. Okay, that's Fox. Let me pause it right there. So now let's get into the lesson, man. You know, we're gonna where I'm gonna start at? Isaiah, Egyptian against Egyptian, which goes into actual, you know, people they're always gonna bring up Democrat and Republican You know, everything is about being a Democrat and being a Republican, and thinking that, you know, y'all truly thinking that makes a difference. But rather who you are representing, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I mean, man, this same damn bird, same eagle, same goddamn eagle, same bird, man, with 2 wings, man, which is a what? Democrat and Republican. Just one side is what? Is playing, well, they both playing their roles until what? Until you all are deleted. I'm gonna say deleted because eventually you all gonna, everyone in America is gonna be deleted, man. I know y'all be wanting to hear that. Y'all didn't want to hear that rise is coming, that Jacob Trouble is coming. Y'all didn't want to hear that. This is a small version of Jacob Trouble, because you all still have considering to have some kind of right. You still them damn rubber things they shooting at you, them paint guns they shooting at you. It won't be that in a minute. They're gonna be shooting bullets. What you gonna do then? This is Isaiah 19:19. I'm gonna start here. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall what? Shall fight one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So this is the escalation of as the Jacob's trouble, and it's going to increase from you fighting neighbor against neighbor, where brother against brother, his brother, and even against neighbor, and city against city, and what? And then kingdom against kingdom, which is going to escalate outside of America. But Trump is he's destroying America in the inner workings of it first by getting rid of the governments, the different branches of government. It start from the top and getting the heads. This has never been done before, and then so that should tell you that we are definitely in the times of this devil's kingdom going to what? Going to nothing. In verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. Who is that cruel Lord, y'all? And a fierce king. That's the president. That's Trump. Shall rule over them, saith the Lord, and the Lord Yahweh of hosts, meaning of armies. That's the ending. That'll be the end of all this madness. Because those are going to be the host of angels, the missiles, and the chariots, and Yahweh Shai and the elect. They all are going to be a witness to what this place being what? Destroyed. But let's go over here to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 15. I think I said something earlier. I'm going to start here in verse. I want to go over here. You know, because in the beginning, well, we have always been screaming and been talking about the ending of this place and what was about to take place. And now we're here. We're here. Let me go to verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Meaning, this is the beginning stages of your what? Your judgment. Your northern kingdom is getting the bulk of it at this present moment. But soon it's going to lead over into Judah too. But this is what is gonna kind of put Judah with the northern and the southern kingdom of the children of Israel together. But in the end, it's going to be whether you a heathen, a true heathen, which is not an Israelite, and you're part of the northern or southern kingdom, you all's end is the same, which is what? Which is death by fire. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Meaning, you know, outside of the temple, all of you all are against the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent, righteous blood crieth unto me, And the souls of the just complain continually. Huh? Complain continually. Remember what that is, Ezekiel 9:4? Go through the midst of the city and put people to death. Old lady, women, children, whatever. It's not going to matter. And as the times escalate and things escalate, and food shortages and water and all these things is shortages, this is going to automatically push the people against one another anyway. This is what we've been waiting on. We don't have a problem with the what we see, because we know this is prophecy, and prophecy is something that we have been screaming for some time now. Verse 17, let me see. No, 16. Let me see. No, 15, which is second Esdras 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draw near, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and the swords in their hands. Now, the swords today is the what? It's the guns, which is Esau, even the so-called white man, is blessed with. This is why they're what? They'll have total control of the earth, man, with that sword. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, meaning they're going to be what? Rebelling against one another. In invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Meaning they're what? The president, the governors, they are what? They are fighting against ICE, because they don't want to be deported. It's amazing how, hey, this their land now. Esau, Edom has taken it, but really the northern kingdom of the children of Israel, the ones that they're kicking out, this is really a starting. This is for their land anyway. But they're what? They're immigrants. So they're the ones that are immigrants. For there shall be sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their powers. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Just like the man just said that what that guy just say, he say the city of Los Angeles, you can't go in. What did he just say? But it had to do with you coming into their city. I don't know if it's somebody watched earlier or somebody just seen it a minute ago. But I remember the guy saying that the city of Los Angeles is off limits. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride in cities, the city shall what? Shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So if the men going to be afraid, what more or less what you women are going to be what? You're going to be done. You're going to be, you know what's about to happen. The carousel going to ride you. You ain't going to be riding it no more. Brother Malcolm. Elder Brother Malcolm. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall what? Be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, real soon, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. The what? The spoil their goods. Their goods meaning their what? Their substance. That they're going to use, that they're going to need in the times of what? Or when all hell breaks loose. Because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, behold, saith thy power, I will call together all the kings of the earth, and to what? To revenge me, the south of the east. That's not what I want. Let's go to, let's jump over here to, let's see, second Esdras. Let's go to second Esdras. I could have. Let me just read verse 20. Behold, saith thy power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence, meaning to to reverence, to respect, honor, or fear, to reverence me, which are from the rising of the what? Of the sun, which is from the east, from the south, and from the east, and what? Lebanon, to what? To turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to what? To them. They have done, meaning what? The America. There's no place America had not, no country, other country that America had not been, that had not invaded and took resources from these people. So in them, which is the other nations, they're going to what? Let's go to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 18. The beginnings of sorrows, what is that? That's Jacob's trouble. Daniel 12. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars and the powers. Who's in power today? Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, the so-called white man, shall stand in fear, the beginnings of what? Of evils, meaning bad times. These are bad times. People getting what? Getting stripped and kidnapped and separated from what? Their families. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Nothing. Nothing. Because these evils are what? It's all in the hands of what? Of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Amos 3 and 6. Should there be trouble in the city? Should there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it? Should there be, let's just get it. I hate butchering it. Sometimes I can say it right on out and sometimes I can't. Which is Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh had not done it? So all of the things that you are seeing, the civil unrest, and the riots, and all of the hell, and people getting stripped from their families, these are what? These are all prophecy that the Heavenly Father spoke of. Through what? Through His prophets. Verse 18 again of 2nd Esdras 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginnings of famine, which is Jacob's trouble, and great death, the beginnings of wars, and what? The powers shall stand in fear for the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing you're going to be able to do. Because soon, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is going to what? It's going to take Esau Edom out. Just like gonna be just like you never heard of him before and don't know who the hell he is, because soon he will be taken out. What I want? Habakkuk 3 and 2. O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years, in the midst of years, make known, meaning what? His work. In wrath, remember mercy. Remember the mercy, man, because the only ones that are going to receive mercy during this time is going to be the elect of the children of Israel. The elect. Starting with the 144,000 of men. Then the women and children. Verse 19 of 2nd Esdras 16:19. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish. Anguish goes into what? You suffering mentally, man. A lot of you all want to just jump from the building, man. Or just blow your brains out with one of those swords, which is the modern day gun. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as what? As scourges, meaning punishment what? for y'all your wickedness that you've been doing for what? For centuries. You all been coming back over and over, repeating the same wicked behavior, and now judgment is what? It's finally here and at your door. Are sent as scourges for what? For an amendment. And that amendment is what? For an improvement, man. You wicked jokers, man. Betterment of what? To afflict. You're going to be afflicted for what? For the sake of what? Are you being punished for all of the wickedness that you have been doing since the beginning? Death. What's a more harsh death than death by fire? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for what? An amendment. But for all these things they shall what? Shall not turn from their wickedness. Nor will what? Be away mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be good, shall be so good, so cheap. And why is that portion is going to be so good and so cheap? Because in the beginnings, when you all ravished the stores and taking the goods from these stores, they're only going to last for so long. They're going to last for so long. And some of you are not going to be able to enjoy it anyway, because as soon as you take it, somebody's going to take it from you. Eventually, until what? Until all of you all are what? Nearly what? Slaughtering one another. Behold, victual shall be what? So good, cheap upon earth, that they shall what? Shall think themselves. You all are going to be in the mind and thinking that you would think themselves to be in good case. When actually, this is will only be the beginning of what? Of y'all's sorrow. You know, the 1/3 are going to go through hell too. We all are going to catch it. The hopeful elect are going to catch it as well. Because, well, again, we're what? We're in the days of what? Of being tried and seeing who are going to receive mercy from the Lord. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And what's going on with that famine? Is not Esau, Edom controlling the what? The narrative? That devil controlling the narrative. They're escalating and doing what? They're escalating all of the wickedness you see. Esau, Edom got a hand in all of this. And it's going to work. Why? Because he's still what? Escalating. He's still in control of the earth. He still controls the what? The overall effects of this of this famine. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So for those of you all that make it through Jacob's trouble, right? And you're going to think you're going to be what? You're going to be safe. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. So a lot of you all are going to die in what? In the famine. And famine consists of all sorts of what? Of wickedness here on earth. From food, starved to death, from getting shot, ran over, you name it. These are the conditions and things. You know, death. The smell of death are going to be what in the air, man. From east to west, to north, south, east, and west. And the other that escape shall the hunger. You're going to starve to death. Shall the sword what? Destroy. So when that number say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKudash, Shalom.